It's so nice to have you here, and you look so beautiful. Like
Thank you so much. Thank
very
you.
charming, and congratulations on getting distinction in executive course in product management with UCD. It was a great day yesterday. So yeah, and as you work with Wix.com, I have my portfolio on Wix, and I have two new websites coming on Wix as well. So as a customer myself, I'm so curious to understand from you, how is it like working with Wix?
What attracted me on Wix the most is like the culture. It's a very open company. Once you started, it's also very like you have courses, you have opportunity, to jump levels and to learn. Like I started myself as a customer care support specialist, so I was like answering calls and all that. But I always like it, like the product world more and projects and all that. So if you follow me on Instagram, like they treat us very well. We have like happy hours. We have, support. Try to treat everyone fair. So since I literally just came to the company, I fell in love with it because for me it wasn't only about. I wanted balance, even to develop myself and and I wanted to be happy. I want to go home happy as well. Obviously, like there are days that are like, oh my God, I have this project, so you have to put the effort on it. But at the end of the day, when you achieve and when you get, it's fulfilling.
Definitely.
So that was it for me, and it's also not only that. I actually have like a website in Wix as well. I have a few now, but I had a personal one before. I find super easy, especially if somebody like is starting. It's not only super easy, but also try to be open as well for like if people want to like put codes, like on the website, if they want to go more advanced and incorporate codes and all that, there is a possibility. But as well, like if you're starting a business, it's super easy. You choose your template and you go from there.
And also I think one can also leverage the professional designers and professional developers just in case if the need arises. Yeah. And I myself found the user experience really nice for what I wanted to achieve on my portfolio. So from the user experience point of view, Wix is so appealing. Yeah. And yeah,
happy you like it. It's good. It's good. It is very good. Like the experience and the stores, the way you can kind of manage your business in one place. So it's quite handy.
And how the office looks like and the collaboration.
It's good. Well, I come at least twice a week. Okay. Sometimes I come more because if I have a meeting or I find like here because we have like meeting rooms and stuff, so it's easier. We have like facilities, like we have a pool table, we have happy hours, we have free food, snacks and coffee. I generally think like we're very lucky in terms of like, the company itself, they do take care of ourselves a lot.
Beautiful.
And as well as that, like I always believe that if an employer treats their employees in the right way, they will stay, and they will even work harder.
That's for sure. That's so true with myself, working with Workday, where I was appreciated the way I am, my personality. And as fun is one of the key components of Workday. So when I would bring my real self at work, I would find myself more innovative, creative, and energetic. Yes, so I did myself see that difference, where the culture, the fun element, and it makes such a big difference, for sure. You are in the product growth specialist role currently. So how does this role looks like, and what key stakeholders would you collaborate on the daily basis? Tell us a bit more about this role, because such an interesting role. I haven't seen many people are with this specific designation and the role that you are currently in. Yeah.
Look, growth, like the growth role itself, like if people research on Google and the internet and stuff, it's quite a new new role, so it does collaborate a lot with product in terms of projects, or it helps, like you have to know the product, you have to be very creative, you have to be proactive, and that's also kind of like it stimulated me to it kind of excited me about the course in UCD, because I really like it. And I expected to grow, and I fell in love with the product world, and is where I want to go. So it is quite similar. It is quite similar in terms of like when you talk. Obviously, the product manager does have more responsibilities, because would be literally the manager, the face in the of the project and all that. And as we learn in our course, will be the one responsible about coordinating the teams and all that. But as a growth specialist, you do have as well like a lot of opportunities to work with product. So I see it as like you still have contact with delivery. Like talking about the stakeholders, delivery, support, and all that, ops. But you also have you're kind of the middleman, which is quite exciting. So you get to be involved in projects. You get to know a bit of, a little bit of everything about the product. And that was it. And then I fell in love, and I was like, okay, I really like this, so I want to explore more and see if it is for me, if I really like it. So that's why I kind of enrolled myself in the course.
Right. That's great. That's great, Bruna. And so there is another role in the product management. It's called growth product manager. And your role is a product growth specialist role. So does it, you see that it's easier now for you to transition into a growth product manager role, or there are already similarities in your current role? Or does designation really matter? Because you must be doing already all the responsibilities that are required in a growth product manager role. So just was
I think it's more like would be a kind of one level less of it, like, but it would be a collaboration, obviously I expect, like, with the course and also the industry coming back, growing and all that, I wanted to progress in my career, and I am going in weeks kind of in this direction, doing projects and all that. They're quite open and all. And I love the company. They treat like us very well and all that. So like I did because I wanted to know how it would be, Of course, I have had a lot of similarities with like some, but I had a lot of things new that I had to learn. Now, to be honest, because we received the results yesterday, and I'm super happy.
Very happy.
But I was in shock as well, because like, obviously I put effort and I worked and I took my time, I studied and all that, but I did not expect it to get like a distinction in everything. I was looking and I was like, oh. So it's new still. I did like posted on my LinkedIn and all that. A lot of people from my company came to me to congratulate me and all that. So I'm looking forward to see, what the future kind of holds. So I'm excited as well. And to be completely honest with you, because I told you, like, I woke up so early today. I didn't have time yet I think to process everything,
Right.
But it's good news. I'm happy. I'm super happy. I'm super happy.
Going through the structured learning is really important, because I wasn't aware of a lot of frameworks into product thinking, design thinking, and lean canvas and various other roadmap tools. So that had been super helpful for me when I'm already in a product owner role, which is a blended PO and PM role. So so it's super helpful. So what did you find, like one key point that you would like to mention about this course?
You know what? one thing that I thought was funny is like sometimes we do like, let's say for example, we like not only on weeks or previous roles as well, and
Yeah.
every multinational they have like crossover teams, so you do collaborate a lot with other teams and all that. But like one thing that it was like in my mind, like when I saw was like the agile, the framework, and I was like, I never thought, because like we do that every day.
Yeah.
Like we do collaborate with other teams, we do, but one thing, yeah, but the names of it, like, was like the I was like, oh, I didn't know that this had a name. Or like, I thought it was much more like interpersonal kind of, communication and working culture.
Sure.
Than actually like a framework, a method or a methodology. Or I was like, oh,
sure.
like, a lot of stuff I didn't know before, because like SWOT analysis, yes, but like the more communication side of things, for me it was like just like the daily, of a work life
pattern, daily work life. True. Same here as well. Sometimes we can do things so subconsciously at work because they are in the process, but we don't exactly know what framework are we following behind it. So yeah, I had the similar learning like yourself during the course, and it literally surprised me as well. Yeah. So what are your plans now after completing the product management and now in a product growth strategist specialist role? So what steps are you going to take to progress further to a next stage, to be a growth product manager?
Well, I'm hoping that like I'm like I was in the current role, I am involved in like in projects, is one of the things we do, but I am expecting to up my game, because on UCD we did get like the theory, we did get like, the academic, the college experience. Now I wanted to use the opportunity, even from my current role, to apply this on my daily basis.
Right. So
and then once I feel like okay, now, like I kind of feel like I know, I expect, like if there is a role coming up in weeks or something like that, I wanted to be ready, to go for it. So I think the course helped me a lot. And I expect like, in the following months to kind of try and put in practice what I actually, like what we learn every week there, and try to see, like kind of more in because to be honest with the course, that what I was saying before, my mind kind of did like this, so because now like when I talk to people, it's like, I know that, like kind of that way. So I'm expecting to apply this, to put it on practice on my daily, meetings, conversations, projects, and all that, and kind of, up my game on what I already do. Absolutely. And also learn, go a step forward. And I feel like once the opportunity comes, I want to be ready for it.
Absolutely. And I think this is the best strategy to go forward. All the frameworks that you have learned, now you can apply in your own role and gain confidence from there and move as the opportunity arises. So one thing I would like to ask you is that in the growth role, if somebody is getting an opportunity in the similar role as yours in the product growth role, so what a few or maybe 2 or 3 things that you would recommend to that person to perform in this role?
I think to be proactive. Okay. It's one big thing. That includes like, do your research, be curious, and all that. I think time management is a big thing.
Very
know how to prioritize. That's what was one of the classes we had in the product manager role. Know what is priority, know how to, know where you stand. And I
had to work
think
on
the
my own
last
time management since September. I'm working so hard on my time management. I have sticky notes everywhere, and I make sure that even 10 minutes feel like so precious at times that no, I cannot even kind of rest for 10 minutes. So this is how I found myself when I was just struggling, juggling with so much. Even
the last thing, it's trust yourself.
yeah.
Trust your guts. But by that I don't mean like, I think every time, every person in the world, even like the most intelligent, there are space for improvement. We are always evolving, we are always learning. So trust yourself doesn't mean don't trust other people. It means like trust yourself, but also be open to learn. So I think that for me it's the one thing that I would advise anybody, has helped my career in the past, it still helped me now.
Okay. Yeah. The things that world should know about Bruna as a most beautiful, charming, motivated, uplifted, and highly ambitious person. So, what would you like to tell the world about yourself?
Well, I feel like, at least I like to think that I am a strong, independent woman,
Very same like here. Strong, independent woman. Our frequencies matches.
Yeah, good. I always, I'm very positive person, even when, something, obviously like I get sad and all that, but I am a very uplifting, proactive person. When something bad happens in my life, I take a step back and I was like, okay, what can I do now? So, like what can I do with this situation? How can I get out, or how can I improve? So I feel like I'm a very positive person.
Yeah.
And
you try to find your own way. You try to rely on your friends or colleagues, your family very less, but you will try your best until the end moment to try to find the solution by yourself, by your own thinking, maybe. Yeah, I think so. I do the same. That's my way, that I try to take too much on myself, and I would always like to come up solutions on my own at times for my own problems.
Yeah, I think those should are the most ones. But like, I do have a very good, like, supportive, web of friends.
Yeah.
Like because like I'm Brazilian, so we are here. My family is not here. Most of my friends' family are not here as well. So we are each other's family, So as much as like I'm strong, I know if I need support, I have it, like, and I know they'll say exactly like the amazing people, so they say exactly what I'm saying. Look, it's fine. What can we do? What's next? I think those two, it's like what I try, at least some days, and one thing is, it's okay for some days to not feel so strong or not feel, it's okay. But it's important to keep trying.
I just recently got to know from yourself that you are also into some movie art, and you also do some art. So tell us a little more about it. So these are your hobbies and passions. So just a quick one on that too, if you would like to.
Yeah. I'm a very creative person. I have been, like, since I'm a kid. I'm a terrible singer, so I couldn't go there. I'm not the best dancer either. So I know. So I started drawing since I was a kid, I have never done an exhibition or anything like that. I did a painting for my grandmother when I was like 14. She kept in, her wall. My mother has it now. My dad's house is full of stuff, and some of them are cute, and some of them I'm like, God, he still keeps it. But I, like, it's something I like it. I also did my graphic designer course because of it, And when I was here, when I came to Ireland, like, I was a student, I was doing my master's. I needed money, and I did my schedule was quite like hard.
Mhm.
So I started doing extras. Well, actually, I was working in a cafe. A producer came to talk to me.
Oh,
Actually, she left me a review on LinkedIn. Yeah.
oh, right.
So she came to talk to me. She was like, I think you do great. If you want, like, I have this gig going on. And if you want to participate, you're invited. Like, I would love. I went. And it's easy, like so I did a bit of extra. I did a bit like of like coordinating, like the extras, helping the makeups, helping, just organizing. And today as well. So today I was doing more acting, and I was telling my friends, I was like, but what it's not like it's more ads, it's small stuff, it's not like it's nice, I get to know artistic people, interesting people. It's fun.
Yeah.
And if I'm free, so I took the morning off today from work and then I went. It was great. I love it. Like it's fun, it's kind of you see the behind the scenes,
Yeah.
and then you see what actually, like the whole picture. You like, oh, it's so nice. Like I was like, oh, I remember that. Like the special effects and all that. But I do for hobby. Like I'm not if I'm free and if fits my schedule and stuff like that, I go, and it's a bit of extra money. But those are my two hobbies. I also like traveling, going out with my friends, the ordinary stuff as well.
I would love to come along with you too, just to see. I will be
Pretty cool. Well, I like it.
I would love it too. Just give me a shout anytime if something similar is getting organized. I would love to come over. Yeah, I'm the same excited and a very creative person like yourself. I'm always curious to know different things happening around me. As human beings, we're always growing, like you said before. Yeah, always learning from our environment, people we meet. So it's a constant learning journey. So whenever I go to these events where I am invited as a surprise, I'm always building great connections and learning something new from people. Yeah, I would love that. I would love that, Bruna. Yeah.
It was quite cool. I was like, I like doing, like it's not, I'm not, maybe because also I don't have the pressure, like, oh, so it's just like one thing here and there. And it's nice because I got to see and learn about stuff.
And it's live.
So it's quite exciting.
Yeah, definitely. And it's life. I think it's so important to keep our horizons open, keep new opportunities open, and to keep just exploring along in parallel with our careers. Career is important, but these vocational things are other really important things that keep the life going and exciting. Yeah.
And you also learn from it, like I think that more experiences in life, like travel, cultural, you get to meet different cultures and all that. I think it makes you a better human being.
Of course, a better human being.
Because you learn how to respect, you learn how to even to say no, to say yes, to when be nice and when to respect yourself and say, look, no, that's not for me. And also I truly believe makes you a better professional.
Absolutely. And this is how we respect and appreciate others' perspectives and other person's culture and outlook and overview, like outlook on the world and different thoughts and perspectives, the values and ethics. So many things plays a role here. But great, yeah, definitely. I love listening to you.
I don't know. It was quite like my day today was so, was one thing after the other. Was like running. But look, one thing I think like for you viewers, for the people watching is like, don't give up, keep trying.
Yeah.
I arrived in Ireland like 10 years ago. Yeah. I was an English student. My English was terrible. And I went, I put effort, I did my master's, then I got a job and I got another job. Some days I felt like, oh my God, I want to, I can't, because life is not all about winning. I think it's about not giving up.
Of course. I agree.
So try to do the course that people always like, you always want to do, like you said yourself, like try new things, try new experience, not everything at once, like fun is important too.
Overwhelm
Go
somebody.
out with friends, travel and all that, but invest in yourself
Yeah.
as much as you can.
Definitely. Is I think similar to yourselves, I have to say I have very similar journey as well. Yeah, there have been challenges, and being alone, single in the country, knowing nobody, no family, it was really hard. And I didn't want it to give any stress to my family back home. You would like to, or you get immune to not asking for too much help. But now I really tell people that if you're stuck somewhere, do ask for help, because I think we have forgotten to ask for help, or we have forgotten to seek emotional consultation, or to lean on people at times. So I do recommend that whenever, if you feel like something is dragging you down, so seek help from your friends or colleagues in those times. Never just just never think that you are enough, because things can drain you down at times. Yeah, when you're alone, when
For
you're
sure.
taking on your own struggles. Yeah, yeah, cool.
I think that's it.
Thank you. Wonderful
But
talking to
thank
you, and
you.
it's wonderful knowing you. Oh,
We should go for coffee
yes,
someday.
we should catch a 101. And I'm sure
Good,
I'll
good.
enjoy your company and we'll become great friends.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.